Look at this thing. Really cool freshwater leech. That's gnarly. Good evening, everybody. We are once again headed out to Alabama to do a little bit of road cruising. This time we're going to be going a little bit further than normal, up to a part of the state that I have not been to yet this year. And hopefully we'll be able to cruise a couple of snakes, hopefully some good snakes. We're mostly going to be cruising pavement, I think, this evening, but we're starting off on dirt, so let's see what we can find. Well, I have once again successfully guessed the first snake of the night, and I don't know how, because I really was not expecting to see anything this good tonight. We're chilling. Beautiful sub-adult, small adult male, maybe timber rattlesnake is our first snake here in North Alabama. Gorgeous. All right, as usual with road cruising, we're just gonna try to get this guy out of the road after a couple quick photos and keep moving, see how many snakes we can find tonight. Really, really strong start. Definitely a solid find as our first snake of the night. And this is definitely a male, young male. And I think that's a pretty good sign that we are entering the summer breeding window for this species. Really, really cool. He was actually going the other way, so we're gonna hook him the other direction, and then we'll keep cruising. All right, guys. Well, early strike with the timber rattlesnake. It's still to be determined whether or not tonight will be a snaky night or if we just got lucky. But I definitely like that start. Feels good. And worst case, we're gonna get up tomorrow and have some fun walking creeks. So, and next snake of the night, we have a little copperhead. As you can see from the grass right here, it did actually rain here a little bit, so I'm glad that that did not kill the snake activity tonight. It's ever so slightly damp, especially at this end of the road, but whoa, easy there, bud. Seems like the vipers are moving, so we'll let this guy keep crawling and keep moving. All right, next snake, we have a tiny little guy. It's a worm snake. Hello. All right, we'll get this little dude out of the road. Very small and floppy as always. All right, looks like we're in another little pocket of activity. We've got a bigger copperhead this time. Pretty standard looking, but nice to be seeing snakes. Copperheads have not been very common on the road in Georgia this year, but they have been quite common here in Alabama. And this guy's most of the way across, so hopefully we can just give him one of these. Scoot. Nice. Man, the snakes are out all of a sudden. We just found a DOR scarlet snake, and here is yet another copperhead. We're really hoping to get something like that scarlet alive, though, so I'm just going to scoot this guy out, and we'll keep cruising. Keep going. Keep moving. Scoot. Go on. No, no, no. All right, so we've got a worm snake right here, and then back here, is that another worm? It is another worm. It's just worm snake fiesta out here. Look at this. Well, worm snake double stop was not on my bingo card for the night, but that's pretty cool. Snakes are moving like crazy now, so we're gonna keep going. Another timber. Is this the same one? It's the same size. This might be that same snake again, hours later. Like hours later. Are you the same guy? Have we found you already? All right, I just compared photos, and this is the same snake going back across the road. So I guess he accomplished whatever he came over here to do, and we're gonna move him back in the direction he was heading this time. And I might be crazy, but I swear we found this copperhead already tonight too. Maybe not. But either way, yet another snake. So many snakes, and it's about 11 o'clock right now, so pretty late activity window tonight. It's a black king snake chasing a worm snake across the road. What? What is happening here? Is this just a coincidence? I mean, he doesn't seem interested in it. Well, this guy doesn't seem very interested in the worm snake, and I don't know if it's because we just disrupted him, but either way, the road is not the kind of place to be looking for dinner, so we're gonna make sure he gets off the road, put the worm snake off the road too, and keep on moving. But nice to see a Lamprepeltis tonight. All right, dude, carry on. Go find your worm snake again, if that's even what you're doing. Oh, a worm snake. That's presumably the same worm snake. All right, well, we'll leave these two to their business. I guess they're just buddies. Man, it is 12:30 and the snakes are just flowing still. There's a pretty little copperhead. Look at that guy. It's like the 6th or so of the night so far. We've had at least one get off the road that I wasn't able to get video up to. Alright everybody, well last night was fantastic. We saw upwards of 15 snakes, including a couple of things that got off the road, and a really heartbreaking DOR scarlet snake, but it was really solid all around. Really cool to see a timber black king, and a couple of our more common things like copperheads and worm snakes. But we're back at it first thing this morning. Did not get much sleep last night, but that's okay. It's the name of the game this time of year, so we're gonna hit it pretty hard this morning, walk some creeks, rock outcrops, you know, that kind of stuff. And then we plan to night cruise again tonight before we head home, so. Check this out. Nice outcrop here. And then inside the outcrop, there is one of the coolest looking moths I have ever seen. Some kind of sphinx moth, but I mean, that thing is gorgeous. This is so sick.
Wow. There's 5,000 cage crickets in this coat. So many.
I feel like I say this every time I come here, but North Alabama truly is one of the coolest places in the world. Look at this. Here's Dad for scale. That's nuts. There's got to be something cool in this underground lake. This place is just nuts. I mean, look at it. Holy cow. No crazy finds yet today, but the scenery alone is worth it. Hoping to see a snake of some kind or a salamander in here. All right, we are in the creek. Hoping to see mostly cottonmouths, but there's definitely potential to see some cool turtles in this area and other cool snakes. Look at this thing. Really cool freshwater leech. That's gnarly. I'm assuming these guys are not parasitic on humans. That is a cool little critter. Don't you bite me. That is so cool. Looks like a soft shell, but it's a leech. It's got that like spiny soft shell looking pattern. I'm guessing there's a high likelihood it's going to be gone by the time I crouch down and try to focus on it, but oh, he's still there. There's a slimy salamander under the creek embankment. So Alabama is not only special because it's cool looking, but it also is like measurably one of the most diverse places on planet Earth for freshwater ecosystems. And I'm not sure of the exact statistics, but I know at least in terms of turtles, it is the most biodiverse place in the world. There's a high level of endemism in fish, mollusks, turtles even. All right, Dad has found our first cottonmouth of the day that hopefully won't get away. Going under this log. Oh, nice. It's in this tiny little seepage. Hey, buddy.
Coming down soon, just rattling at me.
Can you not? There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, well, we'll leave this guy to it. Second cottonmouth of the day. First one got away without any pictures. Hopefully we'll see plenty more. All right. Early lunch. Green frog. All right, here's our next cottonmouth. Look at that little beauty. Gorgeous. Holy cow, look at that. What a scenic place to see copperheads and cottonmouths. That is awesome. We're just gonna try to leave this snake undisturbed right here, but that is such a cool way to find a copperhead. I actually walked down the length of this tree earlier, walked all the way around up there, circled back, and noticed it on the second pass by. I mean, everybody here walked past this snake, I think. Pretty nuts. It's not even super well camouflaged. It's just in a very, I guess, unsuspecting spot because this tree is so recently fallen. It's actually, I think, still alive on the end. It's still got green vegetation on it. This thing is very aware of our presence, but I guess it just isn't confident that it can get away, even though obviously we're not going to grab it if it tries to. Very, very cool. Here is cottonmouth number 3 for the morning. Right here along the edge of the creek. Buddy. All right, we got a big brush pile here with a nice, at least one nice sized cottonmouth at the top. I don't see any others yet. Actually another cotton there. There's the guy on top. This is a perfect spot with this big dead root buttress here. As the weather heated up, we moved on to bigger water where we could completely submerge ourselves to escape the heat, and in the process maybe see some fish and turtles. The diversity we were able to see just snorkeling around this small section of creek was really incredible, and I don't know what most of the species we saw are, but I definitely had a blast swimming around watching them do their thing. I think this is called a log perch, and from what I understand, they're one of the larger and more common species of darter in this area, but they were really fun to watch, and they were pretty approachable too. I was able to swim right up to them with the GoPro and get a little bit of video of them doing their thing. But while I was swimming around looking at fish, John actually spotted a very cool turtle nearby. Look at that. That is a flattened musk turtle. All right, guys. Well, after many very fun minutes of wading and snorkeling through this beautiful creek, we have actually found our coolest turtle in the region. This is the flattened musk turtle, endemic to North Alabama, and only found in a couple of creeks and rivers here in this region of the state. These guys are basically just like somebody took a loggerhead or a striped neck musk and hit them with a hammer, but they, instead of dying, they became perfectly flat, like a soft shell. That is so cool. Absolutely beautiful little turtle. We're gonna leave this guy to it though, and hopefully we'll see a couple more. It is beautiful out here today though. We've been having a great time snorkeling, looking at fish, looking at mussels, really anything we can come across. Here's another one. Check this guy out. All right, here's our next turtle of the day. This is a little northern map turtle John spotted. Look at that cutie. Very, very cool. I was hoping we'd see some map turtles today. Tried to get a little bit of underwater video before we let him go, but that is really cool. Check him out. You can see where they get the common name map turtle. That guy's head is gorgeous. Hopefully we can find an adult, but we might be wrapping up turtling time here soon. It's almost time to cruise again. All right, little dude. All right, John has spotted a king snake. I can see it from here. Way up there.
Man.
It already knows we're here. It's rattling.
Look at
Heck
there,
yeah,
man.
dude.
Oh, it's pretty too.
It's beautiful. All right, well, hopefully the GoPro video came out decent, but John spotted this beautiful black king snake up on the bank of the creek as we were headed back to the car from our creek walking session. But very, very cool. Nice big female, nice and yellow. And really the only snake we've gotten in hand since we started creek walking this afternoon, at least. All right, we're getting some quick pics of this girl and then we'll leave for tour business, but it's been a very snaky day for pretty much just hiking around in the middle of the day on a 90-degree day in June. We've seen some really good stuff. And we're about to go night cruising again, so hopefully there's plenty more ahead of us. All right, we're putting her back up on the embankment where she was. I wonder if she's gonna go in that hole. Nope, going back up under the log. And John's just a madman out here finding snakes left and right. He just spotted a green snake in the bushes. Look at that dude. All right, we'll leave that guy right there. Eventually we'll start road cruising if John stops finding snakes. All right, guys, we are most of the way back to the car, and John looks down in the water and proclaims that he has found this, the Alabama map turtle. John just had like a legendary hot streak on the way back to the car. Just found a black king, a rough green, and this within like 20 minutes. That is so cool. This is one of the only times we've seen this species on the channel, and they do actually range into Georgia. And I have seen them in Georgia, but I don't think we've ever found them in Georgia since I started making videos. So maybe that'll be something we have to do, but such a cool turtle. And you can see the obvious difference between this guy and the last map turtle species we saw is that crazy ridge with the big black tipped spikes on it. That is awesome. It's kind of weird that we saw 2 baby map turtles, exactly one of each species, and nothing in between. Oh my goodness, he's showing us his head. Look at him. Oh, that's such a gorgeous turtle. All right, we will let him swim away shortly. That is amazing. What a day. Holy cow. Look at that guy. Hey, look at this. First cruise of the evening is a very dark box turtle. Go on, dude. Get out of the road. Actually, don't see too many box turtles around here, so that's pretty cool. Oh, you were going the other way, bro. All right, we'll get him out of the road. All right, here's our second box turtle of the evening. This one was actually getting ready to nest in the road, so obviously that's a bad idea for a number of reasons. Come here, beautiful. I'm sorry about disturbing you, but you cannot nest there. Not good for you or the babies, I promise. Hopefully she will go over there and find a suitable spot. What is happening? This one's also getting ready to try to nest in the road. What is wrong with you? Alrighty then, look at that. Another great first snake of the night, a gorgeous timber. And this one's different. And we actually did just see a DOR timber, unfortunately. Man, that is a pretty timber. What a snake. We'll get him out of the road and keep moving though. We don't want to dally too long while snakes are moving. And right up the road, there's another one. What on earth?
You see how it had this like middle, like up
Yeah,
there?
I don't know what that was about. This guy is definitely a little huffy. We'll get him out of the road. That's crazy. 3 timbers in the last 30 minutes. Unfortunately, only 2 of them alive. All right, number 2 moved out of the road. Let's keep it moving. Dad spotted this guy right by where the timber was. A very, very tiny little spadefoot. That's really cool to see one that small. And there's our first copperhead of the night. I expect we'll be seeing quite a few of these. At least a couple. Well, it has been a significant amount of time since our last snake. Well over an hour. So I think it is going to be time to wrap up this fantastic weekend we have had here in North Alabama. But man, it has been a really good trip. Definitely got an awesome lifer today in the form of the flat musk turtle. And just a lot of snakes and turtles. Really good quality, good numbers. Really just one of the better trips of the year so far in my opinion. So I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you all next time where we'll probably be back home in Georgia.